Traumatizing your kids is like shitting on yourself. Nobody does it on purpose. It just happens. And if you do it bad enough, you're going to need some help cleaning it up. Which is why I wholeheartedly believe that one day my son's going to need psychological therapy. And it's all because of Elf on the Shelf. And me. Mostly me. Because I had a little get-together at my house one night, okay? My buddies came over, we were drinking, and this sounds like it's going to be something gay. It's not. So, my dog is obsessed with my buddy Mike. Like, she freaks out every time she sees him. And we have this running joke of how he gets her dog pussy wet. Stay with me. It's vital to the story. So he's the last one to leave the get-together. He's leaving. I'm in the living room with him. The dog's freaking out. I'm talking as if I'm the dog. I'm like, oh, my pussy's wet. My pussy's wet. And we're just laughing. You know, we're drunk. It's stupid. I don't realize, though, that my son has gotten up to go to the bathroom. So he's in the hallway, watching his dad shout at his friend, my pussy's wet, my pussy's wet. And I see him, we make eye contact, and it's just like, oh, don't worry about that. That's just how me and Mike say goodbye to each other. And I'm thinking, he gonna go back to sleep and forget all this anyways. But you know how women and kids are, they remember everything that you don't want them to. But I still don't think I traumatized him as bad as the elves. See, it all started 2 years ago when we put the kids' underwear on the Christmas tree. Well, the elves did. Whatever, you know, we got Epstein's elves, fuck it. My son freaked the fuck out. He was like, does that mean they came in my room? And I was like, yeah, man, they came in there. They did their little elf shit. They farted and glitter and played around. I thought he thought it was fun, but he didn't think it was fun. He thought it was scary. So he turns his room into Fort Knox. Like, elves ain't getting in. He's like the Kevin McAllister of Elf on the Shelf. He's ready to fuck them up. And I don't give a shit. I'm still putting them in there, okay? I got the elves riding his stuffed animals. He's waking up like a scorned husband. He's like, wow, okay, so I sleep with you every night and you gonna let this sumbitch ride you like a stolen dirt bike in front of me, you fucking hooker. But I probably took it too far when I tied him on these strings and hung him from his ceiling fan and cut it on. So when he woke up, the first thing he saw in the morning was these elves circling above him like buzzards over a dead body. I'll never forget, he woke me up from a dead sleep. He's like, where's the gun? And I was like, what? He's like, the gun. The elves are moving right now. And it was late. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Go back to bed. He was like, I'm not going back to bed until you shoot him, Daddy. So I had to get out of bed, go in there, and take them off the ceiling fan with the magic tongs, because if you touch them with your real hands, they'll die. Well, he's like trying to coax me into it in there. He's like, touch them. Touch them, Daddy. I won't tell Mama. You can touch them, we'll say they fail. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, I really fucked you up. I'm sorry about that. So in response to that, last year, my wife banned me from all Elf on the Shelf activities, which means everything they did was super fucking lame. And the kids weren't impressed, and she blamed it on me. She's like, you're the reason we can't do anything cool because you got them terrified. So this year she got this idea of, we're going to trade them in. She told the kids, we'll take the old elves to Santa and let him give us some new elves that know how to act. So she goes to the mall, takes these new elves to this Santa, gets him to play along. We go walking in there. The kids take their old elves up there. They're like, hey, take these. They're scary. He's like, here's 2 new ones. They won't mess with you or anything like that, I promise. And we're like, yes. So we get up, we're like, thanks, Santa, we love you. And he's like, you don't want to tell the elves goodbye? And my son turns around, he was like, yeah. My pussy's wet, my pussy's wet. So, you have a Merry Christmas.